Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to briefly introduce our first speaker. He is Mr. Edwin Loh, the Director of IDA's SME Infocom Enabler Division. He is responsible for driving Infocom adoption amongst SMEs. He has over 18 years of experience in private equity investing, investment banking, and consulting. Prior to joining IDA, he was running his own consulting and advisory practice. He'll be presenting on the topic, Leveraging Infocom for Business Productivity and Growth. Mr. Loh, please.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here to talk a bit about IT, but I think Minister of State, Teo Ser Luck, did most of my job for me already. So before I go into my talk proper, maybe I'll share a bit about my mother-in-law, since she's not here. She's a retiree like many retirees, and she likes to monitor a stock portfolio. But she does it the most primitive way. She uses teletext. One day I decided to show her, a better way of doing it. How much easier, faster, and more informative way of doing this on the PC via the web application, incidentally provided by BT Online. No sponsor fee is received. You would think it would be a no-brainer exercise, for her to change, but today she still presses text on her TV to check her stocks. So the point of this anecdote is the benefits of IT may be here today and not disputed. But the key to realizing its benefits is the willingness of the user to change. Just recently I observed the same IT-phobic mother-in-law master the intricacies of the Mio remote control to indulge in another favorite pastime of hers, watching Korean serials. So it kind of puzzled me. You can't do 2 clicks to check your stock portfolio, but you can get involved with this rather more complicated set-top box to watch Korean serials. So she explained that Mio had video on demand. In this way, she can watch as many episodes as she could in one go. So this goes to my second point. Change usually happens when there is a combination of discernible gratification and no other alternative. So, okay, I'll stop embarrassing my mother-in-law in public, especially when she's not here. It's quite easy to do. Let me go on and talk about the perceived value of ICT. According to survey findings by DP Info Group, many of our SMEs have the view that ICT is a nice-to-have back-end function. Some of the most cited reasons for not embracing Infocom are technology and innovation has no direct impact, contribution on product attractiveness and functionality. The other often cited reason is there's no demand to change things. Another one is technology and innovation does not reduce costs and takes up too much of my resources. So these are the people who have not done it. This is in stark contrast against the list of measurable benefits experienced by companies that did in fact embrace ICT. Last year, 77% of respondents from the SME survey by DP again affirmed that the ICT investments help to raise productivity, improve efficiency, widen their market reach, and so forth. So this is what I label as the perception gap, and I hope to narrow it in my second point, which is how ICT enables impactful innovation. The advent of Web 2.0, mobile technologies, and cloud computing has paved the way for new business models to emerge. The consulting firm Bain & Company highlighted a $1 trillion growth trend from now to 2020. They coined it, everything the same, but nicer. What is behind this trend? To quote Bain, particularly important will be soft innovations, distinct from big breakthroughs or hard innovations. Soft innovations are improvements that may be generated from market or customer insights and process or business model inventions. What does it mean for business? For business, increased commitment to invest in soft innovation are not just competitive imperatives, but creative ones, making spacious new markets out of crowded old ones. Marketing, customer research, process improvements, and business model inventions will continue to be critical to creating incremental economic value. Now, did everybody get the management consultant jargon? Well, sometimes I struggle, but perhaps to distill the abstract, what Bain is simply saying is that instead of trying to invent the next iPhone, Entrepreneurs might be better served in trying to make money by providing goods and services of today in a much better way. The challenge then is for entrepreneurs to identify what that soft innovation may be and how to do it. At this point, I'd like to showcase how novel applications in ICT has enabled innovation in the way products and services are delivered, in the way customers are engaged, and how it's enabled productivity, efficiency, and lower costs. My first example is Jurong Port. Annually, Jurong Port handles more than 13 million tons of cargo. To manage the scale and complexity of such operations, a total of 9 IT projects covering 3 broad functions were integrated to form a new cargo management system. By using a combination of business intelligence, analytics, and mobile technologies, Jurong Port became one of the first multi-purpose ports in Asia Pacific to radically re-engineer its business processes through ICT. Just think how much more effective and efficient you would be if you had a single view of operational performance, as well as the ease of having relevant information on hand that allows all your staff to make better informed real-time decisions. Now this is what Jurong Port did for their business. Another example I'd like to highlight is a sector-wide project led by PSA. This vehicle tracking system was developed for tracking companies entering PSA. The shared platform enabled real-time track and trace by providing data communication between truck drivers, port operations, and traffic controllers. As a result, each trucking company saved more than 500 hours of downtime per truck. The implementation also improved productivity for PSA, which saw faster port clearance, shorter turnaround time, and reduced documentation. So let me also showcase some success stories of how ICT was harnessed to change the way customers are engaged. StanChart created a suite of web and iPhone applications called Breeze. The application provides the customer with the ability to bank anywhere, anytime, and includes features like ATM locator, branch locator, credit card payment, and e-check functionality. The application is the first iPhone bank application to enable electronic checking in Asia. And checking is actually very expensive business for banks to maintain, because the clearing of paper checks is actually costs more than you think. If you think this ICT is only for large corporations, let me show how ICT can help a traditional heartland business. Bansan Pawn deployed a system, and some of its features include reminders to customers that their pawn tickets are about to expire prior to a public auction. A Bansan employee can simply click to select customer phone numbers from an automatically generated list and press a button, and out goes the SMSs to tell them that the items are going on the block. Monthly auction reports that were previously manually compiled, and they were required by law to be submitted to the registry of pawnbrokers, were now automatically submitted, which saved quite a lot of human resource. And they had another benefit, which was which I didn't quite understand at first, but apparently for pawn shops, they charge different interest rates if you return things at different times. But unfortunately, the charge can only be computed when the things are returned. So this system allowed them to compute how much the interest was and save quite a lot of abacus bashing, you know. So I think all in all, the result was quite good for Bansan Pawn Shop. Shirt maker CYC recently launched its own Facebook application, which allows customers to personalize their shirt design online and then subsequently tailor it at the shop. So thirdly, ICT can also help productivity, enhance efficiency, and lower operational costs. Here's a look at some plain vanilla examples of how this was achieved by simple ERP systems. Both these companies, Dequec Trading and Nutrad Food Private Limited, realized significant productivity gains through automating manual processes and from being able to merge their inventory and supply chain better. To help entrepreneurs like yourself adopt ICT, IDA has long made it a goal to make ICT affordable and accessible. Like Minister of State pointed out, IDA administers the 85 million iSprint Fund from the National Productivity Council. The aim of this fund is to provide grant support for ICT adoption by SMEs. I won't go through the whole scheme, but let me share with you some highlights what the scheme is about. The scope of this fund is quite comprehensive. It caters for simple business improvement solutions to larger, more complex sectoral projects. It provides for specialized hardware and software, such as mobile devices, RFID readers, wireless point-of-sale systems, or 3D rapid prototyping software. And it also provides for different modes of IT usage, such as cloud computing solutions like software as a service. A lot of SMEs are put off by the high upfront initial investment. Consuming software as a service, or infrastructure as a service, or platform as a service will allow you to skip that high upfront cost, but eventually you end up paying for it in the end. So we have gone to great lengths to even simplify the grant application and claims process. Today, SMEs can choose from over 100 listed package solutions like accounting, payroll, CRM, and point of sales. These package solutions operate under a green lane concept, allowing SMEs to buy first and claim later. In conclusion, I hope to have convinced you on the benefits of ICT and the potential impact to your bottom line. I dare say today's challenging environment of rising costs, thinning margins, and global competition, many SMEs have no alternative but to consider that. But as with my mother-in-law, the key to realizing all this lies with you taking the first step. So on that note, I thank you and wish you all a pleasant evening.